going on, everybody? It's the Alpha Wolf, Dameon Macleod. I'm back. Starting out this workout with a few shoulder rotations. I want to get the shoulders warmed up nice and good before I start the bench press. Now the 2 weeks prior to this, each week, I take 2 days out of each one of those weeks and I do a heavy bench press session where I'm doing 225 for 100 reps. So each set that I do either anywhere from 8 to 10 reps per set until I get to 100. So for the first week I took 2 days. I think it was a Monday and then a Wednesday. And then the second week I think it was a Monday and a Thursday where I did that. And the days in between, every day I go and I do bench press. And some days I do the light, like today is a light day. So some of the days I did a light day, but there are some days in that week, I think it was a Wednesday, where I went in and I put on, I think the 225, did some sets, then I put up the 245, did some sets, put on the 260 or 265, did some sets. So and on those days I do around 60 reps, in those workouts. So this being the third week, I decided, I want to give my joints a little bit of rest, get a little achy after a while. So I'll lower the weight down to about 185, and I think the highest I went tonight was around 205. So I didn't record every set on this bench press workout, but I did enough. I got enough on cam just to give you guys the gist of what I did tonight. I just want to say, getting up every day and going to the gym and getting in a workout, that's hard work. It takes motivation, it takes dedication. There are days when you just want to, go home after work, after a hard day's work, kick back, relax, watch some TV, not have a care in the world, because life is constantly throwing struggles in front of you, constantly throwing obstacles your way. But, you have to have that determination, that grit deep down in your soul, when you want something bad enough and you're willing to go that extra mile for it. That's what it's all about. And, going to the gym, getting in these workouts, it leads over into everything else you do in life. If you're willing to get up and exert your body physically, day in after day in, and just, keep pushing, if you have a goal you're striving for. And, like for instance, in my world, it's things that I'm working on right now. I have projects. I have tons of projects that I'm working on. And I mean, literally every other day there's something that pops up, whether it's, paycheck didn't come on time, or this or that, or, just crazy things. I mean, I lost my wallet not too long ago. I'm at the grocery store. After I paid for all my food, I happened to lose my wallet. Luckily, I went back to the store and found my wallet. That's just an example of just things, like most people, you wouldn't have found your wallet. You would have been without a wallet, which means you would have been just that much harder to go on with the rest of your week, and it just drains you physically and mentally to the point where you just don't want to do anything else. So going to the gym gives you that work ethic, that fortitude, to solidify what it is you want to do. You just keep pushing. When times, they knock you in your ass, you get back up. And, for me, going to the gym, that just keeps me going, It's my motivation. I think about my future, what I want to achieve, and I just go for it. So, I'm not this special case where things don't happen. I mean, I can go on all day and tell you stories about this and that, and, trust me, everybody has those days where life just kicks in the ass, and I'm no exception. It happens to me too. So for everybody out there who's striving for something, you know, striving for a goal, or just to, you know, if you don't have any goals, you just want to go through life and, you know, just want to have a decent week. You know, it's not going to happen all the time. So you might have good days, you're going to have your bad days, but when you have your bad days, you have to look forward, you have to, you know, find a solution to your problem. You know, sometimes you might need help, sometimes it's something that you can fix on your own. You know, no matter what the situation is, you know, pick yourself back up, you know, dust yourself off, get back in the game, and just continue on, you know, move forward, don't fall back, you know, like a wise man once said. Well, it wasn't a wise man, but a motivational video I heard, it says, if you fall down, try to lie on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up, and that's the truth. So people, to further my muscle building campaign, I move over to the machine press. I'm on the hammer strength machine press right now. Gonna do you know, medium heavy weights. I want to be able to still get 10 to 12 reps per set. You know, after the bench press, you know, you kind of tax yourself a little bit, but I still got some energy left. I'm carbed up. You know, carbed up meaning, you know, I ate a lot of carbs before the workout. Throughout the day, I start out eating carbs in the morning to get myself going during the bulk. Totally different diet from what I'm cutting. So I'm loading up on the carbs all day, so when I get to the gym I have that energy needed to bust through these workouts. So I'm feeling good on the machine press, gonna bang out, you know, at least 8 to 10, maybe 12 reps per set. You know, during this bulk I want to get as much muscle growth as possible. I want to bring up all my weak points, my imbalances that I have. I talked about one of those in the last video. So in order to do that, you're gonna have to cause a lot of trauma to the muscles so that you repair, you know. And yeah, my commentary sucks, I know. But I'm not cutting it, I'm gonna add it in there, you know, just keep it real with you guys. But yeah, as you can see from the video, I'm getting the reps in, getting the sets in, and that's what you want to do. You want to go in the gym, get in your reps, get in your sets. You know, if you stay consistent with what you're doing, you're gonna see the results, and that's a guarantee. There's no way you can't see the results if you're consistent. If you're consistent, you stick with it. Your diet's on point. You know, you're gonna get your results. You know, so don't be deterred. It takes time. You know, being natural, you know, going in the gym, natural, no pre-workout, no nothing. I just go in there. I don't even take protein powder. And not that I'm against it, I just, you know, I'm more of a chicken breast guy. You know, it's gonna take a lot of time, you know, so if you guys are looking up to dudes who are, you know, obviously on this or on that, don't try to compare yourself to what these other people are doing. Go in there, you know, with the mindset, it's gonna take time. Everything that's good in life takes time. So, you know, keep that in mind. Don't be deterred. Don't say, oh, it's been 4 months, man, I haven't seen any. You know, in 4 months, if you're working out consistent, you're going to go through some changes. But if you're looking at yourself in the mirror constantly every day, you're not really going to see the changes too much. It's going to blow right by you. But people who are around you, they're going to definitely see it. They're going to say, damn, because they don't look at you every day in the mirror, you know, with your shirt off. They're going to say, yo, man, you're kind of bigger than you were, you know, 3 or 4 months ago. So just keep that in mind, stick with it, stay determined, bang out those reps, bang out those sets.
I feel paralyzed.
Now, chest flies is by far one of my favorite exercises for chest. A lot of people don't like them. I don't see what the problem is. Well, if you're doing it right, if you know, you find your, everyone's body size and body type is different. You got to find your groove when you're doing them. If you're doing them, the best way for you, you're gonna feel that growth. back in the day I had this really cheap ass weight bench I had from I think Sears or maybe some department store. My aunt, she picked it up for me as a present. You know, I was begging her for a weight bench. She got me this piece of crap, but I don't want to sound ungrateful, but it was a piece of shit. Anyway, they had this. They did have the one perk about this bench press was that it had a chest fly, like a butterfly, on that thing. So I would load up. You know, I had the concrete weights to go with it. Everybody know about those old concrete weights. I would put those things on the side. I put 30 on each side, so 2 plates on each side. And I mean, I would constantly go in there every day and bang out sets. So, not trying to brag or nothing, but you guys can see my chest is developed. I have a really thick chest. And back in the day, not knowing what I know now about working out and fitness, I didn't have this type of knowledge back in the day when I was a rookie, you know, high school, 15, 16. I was going in and I'm doing mad volume, mad sets, you know, the type of shit that people are pushing now, that overtraining, you know. I didn't even know what that was back then. I'm just every day, I'm like, hey, I want to get buff. You know, I want to look like Bruce Lee. Back then, I thought Bruce Lee was buff, and then I ended up getting kind of buffer looking than Bruce Lee. But anyway, that's besides the point. I was hitting mad sets, alright? Mad sets, mad reps all day. I mean, I would, like, especially on the weekends, I would go in the morning, wake up, I sit there for like 30 minutes just banging those things out. Go watch some TV, go play outside with my buddies, come back in the house, you know, jump back on it, bang out even more. And I mean, I'm doing this for day in after day after day after day. And so, you know, leading up to now, that led me to believe, you know, in order to get your muscles to grow, you got to do a shitload of volume, you know. And I used to look in those bodybuilding magazines and I'm seeing, you know, 4 sets of 10. I'm like, that's only 40 reps, you know. So how do you get buff off of that, you know? Because I'm going in and I'm putting on this muscle mass. And you can say, oh, well, you're young, it's the testosterone, it's the noob gains. No, it's not the noob gains. Yeah, when you're younger and you first start working out, you're going to put on a lot of mass. But even now, you know, like everyone's, you know, the overtraining thing is popular. Everybody knows you go in there, you put on mad weight, you know, you bang out a shitload of reps, and you force that growth. The same goes for when you're a beginner to when you're advanced. So that being said, you guys, you got to go in there and you got to dog the weights, man. You got to go in there, mad reps, mad sets if you want to see the growth. And if you do that, trust me, you will be looking, you know, I'm not going to say like I'm the, you know, to compare yourself to, but you will be looking similar to what I have. You know, I started out, like I said, I was a skinny buck 125, you know, growing up. I was a skinny guy. And now I have some muscle mass. And that's all due to, you know, going in there every day, putting in the reps, putting in the sets. Alright, so you know, the best thing about bodybuilding in my opinion is that it's your personal journey. You work what muscle groups you want to work. I mean, you can go in and just do bicep curls, you know, it's your journey. It's not about what other people want you to do or whatever. It's what you want to do. This is your personal journey. So for me, I focus more on right now the bench press. Like I'm trying to be, you know, the king of the bench press. Not comparing myself to other people, but that's just my thing. I love bench press since I was a kid. Bench press, push-ups, that's my motion. But my motion, that's my workout. That's the motion. I love the pressing motion on the bench. But you know, one of the things I'm working on right now is lots of shoulder work. The side laterals, I do those every single workout. Every time I go into the gym, no matter what I'm working, I'm hitting those side laterals. The rear delts, they're gonna get worked, you know, because I do a lot of pulling. I like doing rows, so the rear delt gets a lot of work when I do my rowing exercises. So I don't really focus on those too much individually, like I do the side laterals, the side head, and the front. You know, the front of your delts, that's gonna get worked. You know, for me at least. When I do the bench press, I do a lot of sets, so I get a lot of work on that, so I don't have to isolate that, because I can see the growth coming from the other exercises as a compound exercise. But every time I hit the gym, I'm gonna do both of these exercises no matter what. The side laterals and that one side tricep extension. I'm gonna do, of course, the two-handed press downs, but I always finish off with, you know, at least 5 or 6 sets of that one arm extension. And the reason I'm doing the one arm extension is because the injury I incurred a while back. My right side, my right tricep is a little bit smaller than my left. It's not really noticeable. It is noticeable, but it's not bad. You know, it's not like, oh my god, look at that shit. No, you know, you can see it if you really pay attention. And you know, it's one of the things that bothers me, you know. So I'm working on it, and it's, you know, part of my personal journey. So I go in there, I do anywhere from 6, sometimes I might hit 8 sets, you know, to finish off. I might do drop sets, I might do pyramids, I might do a drop set where I start at the 45, then I'll do 10, drop down to 40, all the way down to the 15. There's some days where I'll drop all the way down to the 15, and then I'll go all the way back up to at least the 30 or the 40. Now that depends on how much pressing I do in the, you know, earlier in the workout. If I have the stamina for it, I'll go for it. If I don't, I'll do exactly what I can, but I will do something. I will get in that extra work to bring up that lagging body part. Well, this is going to conclude this commentary for this video, but I want to say, you know, one more thing. You know, you got to stay motivated. You know, life is going to throw things in front of you that you're not expecting, you're not ready for. And if, you know, the thing about it is, you know, you got to learn from your mistakes. You got to, you know, wisen yourself up. Believe in your mind that you are a wise person, you know, because every day that you live, you're growing, you're learning. So when things happen, take that as a learning experience. So the next time something jumps in your way, you're not going to feel as defeated because you expect it, you know, but you're still going to stay positive, but you're going to be always weary. Always keep your guard up. Always be expecting when something bad happens. Say, I'm not going to let it defeat me. It's you know, it's a bad situation, but I've been through it before. I've handled it before, and I'm going to handle it this time, you know, and every time from here on out. So, you know, stay motivated, stay strong, you know, keep your mental focus up, you know. And yeah, you know, just get in there and do your thing, you know, whether it's in the weight room or it's in life, you know, exert yourself, you know, put that mindset forward that you can do anything is possible. You can do anything that you want to do, and trust me, you will be able to. But until next time, people, get in the gym, do some work, and muscle up.